I'm live. Let's get back to the home screen. Hello, buddies. Welcome back to another episode of MaddiE's Trip Report. I'm Maddie Dawson. You're watching Medley with Maddie. I said, or I had promoted that we're going to start this live by 7:07. But I thought, I'll do it early because I can do some of the work later. And welcome back. So weekend was busy. As you can see, I had done this trip, and that's why we were not able to do gaming live streams. So I'm sorry for that. So we'll resume gaming episodes from tomorrow evening. Watch Talks. We're gonna complete that. So yeah. So I want to talk about this episode. So from last week, from the last trip, I've been doing live streams for MTR as well. That's because you can directly interact with the viewers, and also I can talk in length about where exactly we went, and you can explain, stop the video and explain which is the place, what is it. So yeah, this is interesting. This was interesting last episode, so I'm gonna continue live streams for this category as well. So it's episode number 16, and I went to Agumbe rainforest trip actually. So it's in monsoon, so I call it AUGUMBE Monsoon trip. Yeah, it was very as you can see, it's a very beautiful place. We had visited like almost 6 to 7 places, which was very greenery because of the monsoon, and also wherever you go, you saw water, and it was always raining. As soon as we got out of the bus, it's gonna rain. So that was how the weather was playing hide and seek with us. So whenever we stepped out of the vehicle, it started raining, but when we stepped back in, it's stopped. Yeah, so I'll just have the video, and we can look at the video and talk in length about it, and after that I'll show you some pictures. But before we do that, I will remind you about this Wednesday's movie, also shot during this AUGUMBE monsoon trip. It's a horror experiment. The movie is titled as Power Cut, a horror night. So I wanted something to denote that it's a horror film. That's why this subtitle horror night, because power cut could mean anything, right? It could be a thriller film. So yeah, just let me check this sound. It's a horror experiment. Yep, sound is good. Yeah, so it's releasing this Wednesday at 6:29 p.m. Do look forward to it. It's just like 2-minute movie, and along with the participant, we were able to do it like we spent like 10 minutes, I guess, totally 10 to 15 minutes, and we shot this film. It has come out really well. So it was small concept, and I got it immediately when I looked at this swinging chair, and I thought it could be done without any dialogues and without any trained actors, so with amateurs, and that's what I exactly did. So using the participant, I made a movie again. So this is my fourth or fifth movie, I guess, just like that, happening spontaneously without any preparations or planning, all of a sudden with some concept and a few interesting and enthusiastic participants. So do look forward to this movie. It's a very good movie, and it's a thriller. So thriller is my favorite genre, so it's going to be a good movie this time. And last week's movie was received very well, thanks to you guys. Thanks for the viewers, and thanks for the people who had promoted it. It is almost like 100 views now, and it was my first drama movie. I loved it a lot. Still I love that movie. It's one of my favorite shots, and yeah, this will be a good thriller, I would say, rather than horror. A good thriller movie. Do stay tuned for this movie. It's releasing this Wednesday at 6:29 p.m. All right, now let us jump into my. So I've just put all the rock clips together, and I've created a video. So it's gonna be watching basically with no artificial background music or sound. All right, let me just play it. This was the first shot I took while arriving in Agumbe in a bus. It was a mini bus. So this was the homestay. I was inside the house. So it started raining as soon as we got on the bus. When we reached the homestay, and when we got on the bus, got on from the bus, so it started raining. This is actually the outside of homestay. I'm gonna show the homestay. Yeah, this is the homestay. As you can see, people are standing there. We are just about to enter. Yeah, I took a home tour. I like this home. It was really old, traditionally built You can see a huge living room, and that is the kitchen. They are the homestay owners. I really loved this place. So this is where basically the food was served. Yeah, I really enjoyed this place, except for the rains. So I couldn't go much outside, but we were like almost. We stayed there for almost 1.5 days, right? So we were just inside the house, and this is the breakfast. Mangalore, Mangalore buns and this tower idli. I call them tower idli, but basically these glass tumbler, chutney, sambar. It's turning into a food blog right now. Let's skip forward. Yeah. So we were about to start after refreshing. Just the place where it leads up to the home stay is still there. It was a good place. I think I saw a jackfruit tree here. Yes, jackfruit tree. There were so many jackfruit trees, you know. So first day plan was to go to Kaveri Durga Fort, basically a trek like 2 kilometers, and you can see it's a rainy weather, right? It's all the forest canopy is covered with mist. This is how I think it was the lake in front of that trek start point. It was not actually a trek, so you have to climb like 2 kilometers to get to this fort, and there is a viewpoint. It's basically a huge rock that you. Yeah, he's the coordinator. That's why I asked him to say hi. So he's the coordinator. Oh, I forgot something actually. So I went this trip through muddy trails. So you can check this out. So like BMC Muddy Trails, another tour organizing group, and they have a lot of packages and places to visit, and I went to a Gumbe trip. So this is the plan. You can see its itinerary, basic details, the agenda, everything. So I just missed this, but do check it out. Let's go back to video. Yeah, Akshay, this is Akshay, and he was our guide. Yes, he had to walk through this field. I don't know what was being cultivated in this farmlands. So you see, it's just stones. There's nothing much, muddy or slippery rocks or something. You just have to climb. It's like a normal path. So I didn't feel like a trek at all. The fort is elevated, so you have to walk and climb. I mean, climb and walk some distance to reach the fort. That's it. Yeah, you can see the path here. It's not difficult. So you feel like you're inside the forest. You look around, it's forest everywhere. Yeah, this is the like fortifications where you see small towers along the way. We were a group of around 21 members, I guess. So it's a very huge group, and we went in a minibus. So you can imagine 21 group. So you can see all those towers. So every 5 to 10 minutes, there was a gap, and it did not rain. After that, again for 10 minutes, heavy rain. You need to get your raincoats on and umbrellas on. And I got wet actually. So I was wearing some polyester clothes, so it was not a big deal. So it got dried up soon. So this is a small temple. I don't think it's functioning. It's near the that big rock where the viewpoint is. So you can see the climate. It's full of mist. That is the big rock I'm talking about. So you have to climb there. There's no steps or pathway to go up there. So you need to crawl like Spider-Man. I didn't take video because it's risky to take a video while crawling, so I didn't take a video. I reached up and I took some shots. So I think yeah, this is on the way. So from here there would be only rock and you need to crawl. I have a, yes, this is where the viewpoint actually is, the highest point. So this is the end point also. So after that you have to go back and climb down. Yes, this is the rock I was telling. You have to crawl through these rocks to reach. So I was not actually standing in the, I thought I was standing at the top. So I went there and I took some shots. So it was pleasant to look. You have to sit and enjoy the breath, the smell of rainforest. So I've reached the top now. The feel of mist on your face and the drizzles, drops, raindrops. It was a good feeling, you know, even though I don't like, you know, trekking or walking in a forest during rains. And this is, yeah, I came down and I was climbing up. Yeah, there was another small viewpoint here. Yeah, so this is like I am standing on top of the tower and I'm taking a picture. So it's not like people will be walking under my tower. So I got a good view here. You see, I have a whole shot. Yeah, you can see I'll pan around. That is. I'm singing a song. I am singing a song. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm singing a song and shooting. I was trying some slow mo here. This was literally a downpour, and very quickly the temple's front entrance was flooded, and because it's in a place where it is down, and all the water came into this entrance and it was fully flooded. See, so if you see from the forest, the rains are coming into this pit, the entry of this temple, and it soon like 5-10 minutes of downpour, and this place was like flooded ankle deep, I guess, not so high but ankle deep. Yeah, see, this is after the rain stopped, so you can see, I told you, right? So it got flooded soon. And you see, we are going down. Yeah, I took a shot of the place name Kavele Durga. This was the first thing that we did after reaching Agumbe. This is a bug basically. I don't know what is that bug, but I see it always during monsoon season. Yeah, so every 10 minutes we get this heavy rain, and you see it's difficult walking. You need to be careful while walking in such a situation because it would easily slip. And this is the second place that we visited. It's basically a waterfall, rainforest waterfalls, and we went on time actually, or else if you had gone late, I think it was getting flooded here also, and it was not safe to enter. So we actually took a dip, and good that we did that soon. Great. So this is the place. So this is the place where we took a dip, and I really enjoyed it because the weather is raining, and you are taking bath in a waterfall. And this was third place that we visited, the backwaters. They call it backwaters. There's no name for it, but they simply call it as backwaters. So you see that it's a, I don't think it's a river, but basically water is flowing in a particular direction, backwaters. So I took a time lapse here. It's in Instagram, but I have not posted. I mean, I would not. Maybe I have taken the time lapse here. Yeah, in this video it might be present. Let's see. This is really beautiful. The clouds were also moving, and the river is also moving. I thought I'll take a good time lapse. Yep. If I see any bugs or worms, yes, this is the time lapse I was talking about. It's a very beautiful shot. Yeah. So this is a group. So that time lapse was for around 3 to 5 minutes, and it, as you can see, it came out really well. And this is the whole group basically. I am the one who's holding the camera and trying to take a group picture. So I think I'll be in the next. I didn't take a video of it, but I think when I show you the pictures, I'll show you. I will be standing here in the corner because I gave my mobile to someone else and I came for the group pic. So they were expecting that I'm taking a pic, but I actually was shooting a video. I was fooling them.
Taking a video actually.
Yeah. So the same place. The other side is backwaters, and this is overlooking that. So you can see. Yeah, this is again. Yeah, the second day morning when we are leaving the homestay, we thought we'll take a picture in front of the homestay. So this is in front of the homestay. And again,
Heartbreak was great.
yeah, I was trying to take a video instead of photo, and they were not knowing it. So I do kind of pranks, such pranks. Yes. So then the first thing that we did on second day is to go to Nagara Fort. So it's nearby on the way back. So it's very good to visit forts in monsoon season because you can see the place will be full of green patches, and everywhere you look it will be green. And you cannot see this during summer season. It will be dried up and it will be fully what do you say, arid kind of landscape. So you can see all everywhere you look at it's green patches and greenery. Yeah, we did a reel here actually. So it's if you follow Instagram, so you will know all these. We did a reel here. It was really good dance reel, and I'll try to show you at the end of the video. So there is a viewpoint in this fort, and we went there up. So this shot is basically from the viewpoint. So you can see the town 360 degree from here. And again, as I said, every 5 minutes there will be a gap no raining, and then immediately it start raining. So you have to have your jacket or umbrella ready with you, so that when it starts raining, you need to take out and protect yourself from rain. And you have very limited set of clothes, right? So if you get wet, it's difficult to go and sit in the bus. So definitely you should have an umbrella or raincoat. That's a lesson learned. A jacket, minimum a jacket, rain jacket. It's like I think 360 degree. One of the participants borrowed my camera, my mobile basically, and then she took a 360 degree. Thanks to her. Yes, this is a time lapse. I am falling in love with time lapse. So you have to hold your camera still for like 5-10 minutes and capture it, and then you do get this kind of video, beautiful, fast-paced videos. Yeah, we were trying to take another time lapse, but people were not cooperative because it was already, I think, 45 minutes to 1 hour we spent there. So it was about time to leave, and we couldn't manage a time lapse at the end. So you basically see the other person had already started the camera, and we were trying to come stand there for like 5-10 minutes, but then nobody was like standing still. You can see. But it still came out well, people discussing. You see, we tried to stand and everybody dispersed. And this is, I think, Devagange pond, and they say that the water from different direction comes and fills this pond throughout the year. It never gets dried up, and it has continuous source of supply of water. And we did visit this place, but I didn't go into the pond. It was, as you can see, I think we were there for half an hour, and whole half an hour it was raining heavily. And the last place we visited on second day was the Nagara Fort, I think. Nagara Fort, which has a Jain temple in it, and there is this viewpoint, but basically you see Windows 98 wallpaper. It's fully white white mist. You're not able to see anything. Right? See, you can't see anything basically. Yeah, my final time lapse, I think I did it for 2 3 minutes, so it will be like 3 4 seconds. uh, you should, if you have, if your camera has, I mean, if your mobile has time lapse, you should try to take more time lapse. Only condition is make sure you have a tripod, or make sure you don't what do you say, shake the camera much. Be still there for 5 minutes minimum, and then capture it. So then if you replay it, it's gonna be beautiful like this, you know. See, there'll be no sound obviously. It's just you would have seen in movies, I think, lot of shots like this time lapse. So the patience and the stability of the camera is important. So I would be taking more time lapse shots. So in this trip I learned a lot about time lapse and camera exposures and all. So I'll show you the pictures now. Yes, let us go to pictures. Yeah, this is the entry of that. I found it really gold plated paint was good, so I took a picture. And this is outside the homestay, jackfruit tree. You can see everywhere is green. Monsoon. Yeah, just before we started the first day agenda, we took a picture. The pond outside the Kavali Durga fort. And then, yes, this one, I think I should have gone for landscape instead of portrait. I was taking the wall, I think, wall or rock. So I wanted to capture the rock surface, and it has come out reasonably good. You can see, yeah, amazing. There was this huge tree. I wanted to get it in the center of the frame. I think I got it. Yes, in this frame as well. This was the temple. I saw a snake carving, so I took it actually. Yes, I don't know whether you can see. You can see a snake. So thankfully, I didn't see any snakes during this trip. So many people said that in Agumbe, it's filled with snakes. You have to be careful. But then, thank you, I didn't see any snakes. Even though it would be interesting to watch a snake live. And this, you can see, this is the place, the viewpoint, and this is another viewpoint. So people had come here to check this out as well. So they have not yet gone there. So they, before that, they took a picture. And then, yep, so this was like, I was standing on top of the pillar and I was taking this shot, beautiful shots. Yes, Kavaldurga fort. Bug, this shot didn't come out well as I planned. Pond. Yes, this is the waterfalls. So I showed you the video, right? So I have the picture here for you. So this is where I actually went in, and it was raining heavily, as well as inside the waterfalls we were having our best times. I enjoyed this particular moment a lot, because for me going into water is something like I love. And during rain, and if it's raining and you're still in the water, that's more fun, right? So I really enjoyed a lot this moment. And this is the backwater, so I got a good, and you can see the beautiful landscape, distant mountains, faded through the mist and the clouds, and you have this backwaters coming, flowing through. A beautiful shot. Yeah, this was also very calm. We went around 3 o'clock, I guess, 3 4 o'clock in the evening, and it was really good. So yes, this shot I took, group pic, and the next pic I'll be there. So I gave my mobile to someone, and I'm coming and standing here. Shorts is the best to wear in any season, I'm telling you, with experience. So the sun was out for a brief second or minute. I just took a shot. Yeah, so this was not captured by me. I'll tell you who captured this actually. So there were two scientists actually. So I was mocking them that they were scientists. This guy and where is that? This guy. So they were both working at the same company, and they knew about cameras and stars and all. So in the night, actually after dinner, they were trying to take long exposure shots through their camera, but it was not coming out well. And then they thought, I mean, they knew that I had iPhone and they want to try out my iPhone. So long exposure is something that you give time to click like 5 or 10 seconds, and then you capture the long range objects or frames after this exposure. So I didn't know about this long exposure. I didn't know what it was for. I knew that there was long exposure feature in the camera, but they taught me how to use it. So they clicked beautiful pictures of these stars from the sky using my mobile, and they, I think, long exposure duration they kept as 10 seconds. So you have to be, again, here there should be a tripod. There should be a tripod because you should not shake even a bit. So you should make sure it's placed with properly without any movement, and then you click the camera and come. Let's say if the long exposure is set for 5 seconds, or after 5 seconds it will click the shot. Make sure it focuses on the subject, long range subject, and then it clicks shot. So it was really good. So I gave my mobile to them and I learned what is long exposure. I really loved this. Yes, as I said, we shot a horror movie in this trip, and yes, thanks to these participants, Akash and Abhishek, I think Ashok, yeah, Akash and Ashok, we planned quickly and we thought of story and we took the short film. It's the second day before leaving the homestay, and the group pictures in front of the homestay. This is on the Nagara Fort, the top viewpoint, where I had taken the time lapse. So after that, I took a selfie. And this is the Devagange pond. Yep, see how it's raining. And the final Nagara Fort, I think. Nagara Fort or some fort. And where the Jain temple is. That's it. So it was a very fun and great trip that gives you opportunity to connect with nature, and so we saw stars, water, waterfalls, rainforest, and ancient temples. So it was a really good trip. I met a lot of new people and I got connected with nature. That's what I want primarily. So that's what these trips are for. So I really loved this trip, and Agumbe is something I've been planning for 2 years, and last year I missed out because the monsoon season was gone. So it was just in my mind that I had to do Agumbe, but then I couldn't find time and the monsoon season was gone. So, and only during monsoon they open the Agumbe tour. So somehow this time I didn't want to miss it out and I booked it and I went. So Agumbe is done in my wish list, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and it was very informative. As I said, Muddy Trails is another group similar to Bangalore Mountaineering Club. So last week it was with Bangalore Mountaineering Club, and this week it was with Muddy Trails. So these two groups, I frequently travel with them, and if you're in Bangalore, do check these websites or apps, and you will have a great package. You can check the each and every individual places where you want to go and book your trips. Yes, I hope this is informative and you did enjoy this presentation or report on my Agumbe monsoon trip. Going forward, I'm going to continue this. I said during live stream I don't have to prepare for anything, right? So I just have to switch all the videos, sync up all the videos, and just talk about it. That's more easier for me than to put a music, find some music and put it, and then upload and broadcast it. So this is far more better. Like, come to live, show the video, give some information, and if you have any live chat, they're going to ask you questions about the trip and so some more information, and you're ready to give it to them. So I like these kind of interactive sessions. So I'm going to continue this live stream for MaddiE's trip report as well. And to enjoy, be connected with nature, make some trips. So even in your daily life, if you have chance, connect with nature, talk to nature. And whenever you have some weekends or vacations, long weekends, do make such trips and talk to nature. That's what I try to do, and it will be really good for your soul. That is also spiritual journey. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and tomorrow we'll resume Watch Dogs 2 gameplay, and I hope tomorrow we will complete it, and then from next week we will start new games, right? And once again, I remind you, this Wednesday we're gonna release a new movie, a small short horror movie, because nowadays I'm trying to achieve this weekly movies, and thanks to this couple of trips that I made last 2 weekends, I was able to shoot 2 short movies during the trip. So this is also a short movie that is shot during the trip, and with 10 minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes we shot. So it was a really good experience, and I'm experimenting it, so that's why I'm calling it experimental shots. So it's basically a concept presented in a 2 or 3 minutes timeline. So this has come out well. I just have to finish up editing. Probably I'll do it tomorrow, by tomorrow night, and Wednesday it will be out for and it released, and you can enjoy. And yep, stay tuned for it. And thank you so much. This is Mentally with Maddie. I'm Maddie Dawson. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.